What is up, everybody? So hopefully my fan and AC isn't too loud in this video, but it is definitely almost summer in the desert and it's getting warm, so I got to keep those on or else it just gets too hot. So anyway, I want to do a video about the 511 Rush series of backpacks. I'm not going to include the sling packs or any of the other bags in the Rush series in this video, but if you guys like this one, let me know and I can definitely do that, because I have typically at least one of every one of those bags, at least. A lot of their other series of bags I'm not a fan of, except for their briefcases and their patrol bags, but the Rush series I love. With good reason. The 511 Rush series could be one of the most popular bag lines that there is. You either love them or hate them, but everyone knows about them for the most part. And for good reason. They lack a few features that a lot of us would like to have, like a water bottle pocket or an option other than the big bulky add-on one, but that is overlookable whenever you look at everything else that these bags offer. So what we have right here is the Rush 12. This is a version 1, this is a version 2. The difference is, I'm going to show you the difference in these two bags and then we're going to move on. But I wanted to show that difference. So this is the V1. A very well used version 1 Rush 12. I have had this bag for a very, very long time. Very well worn. Just great. I've used this for many different carrying adventures, whether it was EDC or going somewhere or whatever. I have used this bag a lot. One of the first things I do on all my bags is I change out all the zipper pulls. So you will notice on every bag, minus a couple that I haven't done a lot with yet because they're new, all the zipper pulls will be changed. In the V1, which this one's going to be hard to see because it's black. You guys love my lovely backdrop of cacti. So, in all of the Rush 12s, you have the two mesh pockets on this outer flap. In the V1, this back here is a bungeed area. So you can cinch this up, keep stuff back there. I actually really like this. I kind of wish they would have done a 1.5 and then the 2, because there is an aspect of the 2 that I want in my bag, but there's an aspect in the 2 that I wish wasn't there and this was back. But anyway, you have that. In all of them you have the little fleece pocket right here where the yoke attaches. It's supposed to be for sunglasses. Unless your face is tiny, your sunglasses aren't going to fit in there, but that's okay. All of them have the pouch in the back to run hydration up, and there's a little port, and then it comes up, and your hydration port areas are right here. I don't run hydration. A lot of times I keep like a few like trash bags in there, like the little plastic ones. You may notice this one does not have the compression straps on it anymore. If it's an EDC bag, most of the time I cut those off. I'm not a fan of having them up here because it gets in the way. I'm in and out of my bag so much during the day. I don't like that. It's personal preference. I cut them off, do a little surgery, and also when you get them, inside here is a plastic stiffener for the back. I also take those out because in my everyday pack I want it to conform and be a little softer, I guess is the word. I'm not a fan of a rigid back panel in a backpack. I'm just not. I have back issues and it's just uncomfortable for me. Then up front you have all of your organizational stuff. Get a little zipper right here. Couple of pin holders, a couple of small pockets. I actually still have a knife in here. little pocket back here, and then there's always a couple of slip pockets in this front flap here. And then you've got places for name tape, patches, so on. All of the rush bags like this are covered in moly, both sides and the entire front. A lot of people don't like that, think it makes you stand out. I disagree. These have become so popular that so many companies have copied this design. You can literally buy knockoffs of this bag at Walmart with a few minor differences. The knockoff version actually does have a water bottle pocket on one side and a little side pocket on the other. But at first glance, if you were just see someone walk by with it, you would think it was this bag. I know the difference because I'm a bagaholic. The handle is a doubled up and then folded over and stitched double nylon handle that comes in, and it's all bar tacked and stuff up here, so it's great. Like I said, I've had this bag forever, and other than it being a lot softer and a lot dirtier, it's fine. So what's the difference in the 2.0? Here's my current bag that I've gone back to. That'll be for another video. All the same features, except, see, this is why I'm not a fan of these. I've been trying to leave these on here for as long as I can, but these are probably going to come off. This one actually has some stuff in it. Back here is a laptop sleeve now, which is great. Has a little bit of padding. It's got a little spot at the bottom to keep your laptop from touching the floor, and it also comes with a strap that comes down and attaches here. I cut that strap off because it gets in my way. I've actually considered cutting this back panel for your laptop out of the bag altogether. But on occasion, I do throw my laptop in here, so there's that. So yeah, over the course of me carrying this one, I decided I would try to leave these and see if they would grow on me and I could get around them being there. But most of the time, they just irritate me. So that's the first difference. The second difference is, you see right here, they added a CCW pocket, which I love that. I want to keep that pocket and lose the laptop. That's where I think a 1.5 would fit in really well with this series. So they did that pretty much across the board as far as I know. I have every size of this. The 100 is different than this. You'll see that in a few, but this is just a great everyday carry bag. It holds just enough, and that's what it's made for. This one is, of course, in just straight up black. This is double tap. It comes in other colors as well. You can even get it in a multicam. The multicam is more expensive, but they also have to pay for that multicam because it's a registered fabric. So same everything else. I took the back panel out of it just like I do all of them. I actually have two in double tap. I think my other one, yeah, I have two of the version 1s. I have this one in black, and then I have a double tap one, and then I have this one in version 2. So great bags. I love it. The 12 stands for hours. It's Rush 12 for 12 hours. Let me go around here and get you the notes that I have for sizing. So Rush 12 is a 24 liter. The Rush 24 is a 37 liter, the Rush 72 is a 55 liter, and the Rush 100 is a 60 liter. So the name is your hours. This is a 12. This is for basically a day, to and from work, overnight trip, whatever. Set that one to the side, and let's look at the 24. All right, here is the 24. I wish I could get a better angle for you guys, but I have to work with what I got. So this one jumps up to the 37 liters, but it also has a lot of the same features. So you still have your CCW compartment, and now this one I will leave the straps on because this is more of a grab and go bag, and that's what I'm building this for. This isn't something, although the size is pretty good for hauling stuff to and from work, I mainly got this size to build a go bag. But on the inside, which this one does have stuff in it, it does have the laptop compartment, which I did leave the strap on here because I keep a tarp in here. And then knife and some other stuff. This one's being loaded out. That'll be for a different video for a different time. If you guys want to see everything that's in here, then let me know and I'll try to get it shot faster than what I had planned. So the other difference on this one is up here. Oh, one thing I did not show you on the 12 up here, you have this pocket and it's just a quick access pocket. So on this one, you have two C-shaped pockets like that, or someone's actually called them butterfly pockets, and they each have a little mesh pocket on the inside and a little slip pocket. So that's kind of neat. Other than that, there's a few differences in this, but not much. You still have the two front pockets on the flap, you still have this pocket, you still have the pin pockets, you still have the zipper pocket, but this one also has some keepers up here, so if you put stuff in here, you can actually kind of cinch it down. Other than that, it's pretty much all the same. It still has your spot back here for your hydration bladder, and in this one, I left the plastic insert in here because this one is going to be more meant to support weight than the other one. I've added a couple of I call them bedroll loops on the bottom, but that gets you an idea of the size. This one is considerably larger in person than the 12, but still not so big that it's cumbersome to deal with. Same handle, you still have the pocket up here, which your sunglasses could actually fit in. This one it's much larger because the bag is larger. So that's the 24. All right, so here we have the Rush 72. This is a V1, so it does not have the CCW or the laptop sleeve, but as you can tell, it is much larger than the other ones. This one is coming in at the 55 liter mark, but it has a lot of the same features. So let's look at the front compartment here. So some of the main differences with this one as far as the compartments go is you have this added mesh pouch up here, and your sleeves actually have keepers. But other than that, it is pretty similar as far as the pockets go as the 24, with the added mesh up here as well. This one I have not done zipper pulls on yet because I just acquired this bag, so I haven't started setting it up yet. This also has this compartment. So this is connected by the upper compression strap, and what this does is it gives you some place to put large items. You could put, you know, a helmet or whatever in here. You could probably even put a sleeping bag in here. The upper compartment on this one has just a slip compartment and then a mesh zipper compartment there. And then on both sides on this one, you have a full-length zippered compartment with a couple of spots to hold gear. On the top, you still have the compartment for your sunglasses, although on this one, even though it's a much larger pack, this is a much smaller compartment. This is closer to what's on the 12 instead of the 24. Still Still a nice place to put stuff though. Still have your spots for your hydration. They go in the back. And then in the main compartment, this one being a V1, it has the bungeed area, which for this pack and what I have it for, this could have went either way. I could have used this for a map pocket, or I could have used this for a tarp or whatever, but having this bungeed area is going to be really nice. This also has an added quite large mesh pocket here. Has the 2 mesh pockets on the lid, on the front flap. However, this upper one zips from either side. Which is cool because that way when you flop this down, you can unzip this one and all your stuff doesn't go flying out. But they also added this lower compartment here because of how much larger this pack is. You had more room. Very large bag. Will definitely hold a lot of stuff. You still get MOLLE all the way around. And it does, of course, allow you to remove the rigid panel in the back, but again, since this one is going to be a weight-bearing pack, so to speak, I will probably leave that in there and see how it does. Another feature of this pack is it comes with a hip belt, and actually a pretty nice one. It's not removable, but it is tuckable, so you can take the hip belt and push it down inside here to remove it altogether, or to get it out of the way altogether. But with this being what it is, all that will stay on it for me. So that is the 72. Next up is the 100. This is the 60 liter. Completely different design on this one. It actually came with some different side pockets. Let me grab one of those right quick. So it comes with 2 of these. These are pretty decent sized. And what these are, I actually have a video on my channel for removing these because I didn't like these because of where they attach. They actually attach on the compression straps. So they go as such. Very nice pouches, but since they're on the compression straps, the only way these stay nice and secure is if you have these completely completely cinched up. Once you undo these to get in the pack, these just slide around and flop around. And I would much rather have these loose where I can put gear in them and just slide them into the pack. Now I did add a lower side pouch back on just to give me an external spot to keep a few items whenever I get this packed out. And I really miss these guys. If you know who that is, right on. 2 compression straps. So this lower compartment is basically like a sleeping bag area. This goes all the way to the back. Right there, you can see my finger. That's the drainage port. This goes all the way in here. So you can really pack something inside there. I actually had a medium-sized bear canister in there. There's plenty of room. I will mention that the bottom is the rougher canvas, and all the rest of this pack is actually a very smooth canvas. It's not nearly as rigid and rough. This one comes with 2 big bedroll straps already on it. You still have your loop fields up here with MOLLE. And on top, you have the brain pouch. It has a zipper compartment on the lid that actually has a little bit of, not really padding, but it's felt lined, so it has a little extra to it, and then a pretty decent area inside there. Before we open the whole thing up on the front, let me show you the back here. So one thing I do not have on this, and I do not have out to show you, is this comes with a very robust removable hip belt. It goes under here, it all velcros in. It's very wide, it's very thick, very padded, it's very comfortable once you get it adjusted. I took it off because I want to run this without it and see how it does. This is completely, has a sternum strap, completely adjustable suspension in the back with marks to help you get everything nice and level. And then once you have it all situated, it does have load lifters. So this front pouch here doesn't have anything on the flap. This is just an open area. It has 3 spots here, has the mesh area down here with a zipper compartment up here that actually goes all the way down to here. So you can fit a lot of stuff in there and keep it organized. And then to open the main bag, main pouch area, it does like that, folds open. I actually have a full 2-person tent in here. Actually, this might be the 1 person. Either way, it holds an entire tent, no problem. It has your pocket to slide your hydration bladder along with the loop to keep it on there. This one has an aluminum frame in it, and I believe it is aluminum. That was probably extremely loud. Yeah, it's aluminum with the plastic, so it's sort of a 2-part, but it is very large. You can fit a lot of gear in here, and depending on what you have in the sleeping bag area down here, you can definitely fit a tent and the rest of your whole kit in here with plenty of room to spare. So I will be getting these kitted out over the next little while, and then when I do, I'll share how I've kitted them out. This is more of a going on an adventure with the family, maybe to go out and camp somewhere or go on a big hike, or this could also work as a family-sized go bag. With the lighter fabric on everything but the bottom, it does keep the weight down on this. Empty, this one probably only weighs about as much as this one, maybe even a little less. That lighter fabric definitely lends to weight reduction, but this is just overall a very big and a very heavy pack. But you get a lot, so it is definitely worth that. So there is the 100 and the 72. And you'll notice the green is definitely different on these two. And I have a feeling that has a lot to do with the fabric that they used on this one, and the fact that this is an older 72, and I don't think they use this green anymore. I think they switched most of them to this. But either way, both very robust, both made to last, both really great. A couple of features I almost forgot to share. So the compression straps on the 100, these are set up a little differently. So these you can actually push to release them to make it easier for on-the-go adjustments. And on both sides you have a full slip pocket, so you could keep trekking poles or an axe, whatever, on the sides of the pack where it rides on the sides. Almost forgot to show that. There we go. Well, folks, there you have it. the Rush series from the 12 all the way up to the 100. I also have both of the Moabs as well. I have the 6 and the 10. That'll be a different video. I've got some other packs through their Rush line as well. I've got some of the duffels and the messenger bags. I might dig those out and do a video on those as well. But that kind of gives you an idea of where it goes from the 12 all the way up to the biggest one, which is the 100. They can hold a lot of stuff. Even the 12, I've used it for trips and stuff, and it holds a lot for its size. All of them are pretty comfortable. There's probably some other bags on the market that might be a little more comfortable for like long distance stuff, but for general stuff, they work out really well. And if you modify them like I do, I mod all my bags for the most part. Zipper pulls, I cut straps off that I'm not ever going to use. I take the sternum straps off of most of them. If you mod them to make them work for you, then you get a bag that is going to do what you need it to do, and that's really what the point is. If you have a bag that you don't like, then you're not going to carry it. I have crates of bags that I bought that I still end up going right back to one of the 511 bags just because of everything that they have that works. Call me a 511 fanboy, I don't care. Their stuff is great. I've been using it for years, and other than a few little nitpicky things, I don't have any complaints. So before I let you go, I'm still trending 90-something% are not subbed. Just click that little sub button if you would, please. It really helps me grow the channel. I've had a huge growth spurt over the past few weeks. I'd like to keep that trend going. I've had a few places reach out to me about doing some review style videos for their product. It's not paid by any means, and I will definitely let you know if they sent me the product. I'm kind of waiting to hear back. They reached out to me. I said, you know what, sure, send me your product. We'll see what it's about. None of my 511 stuff is sponsored. 511 doesn't have a clue who I am. 511, if you're watching and you would like some of my input, hey, I wouldn't say no. But all the stuff you see on my channel, I bought. I bought it and I use it, and if I like it, I keep it and keep using it. If I don't, it goes in a crate to be given to somebody else that might like and use it. So until next time, guys, take care.